What's up, dope family? What's good? What's popping with y'all? Happy Monday to all of you. I pray that all of you are having a marvelous, a blessed, and a dope type of day. You feel me? So your dope sister is back with another dope word, okay? Now, this message comes from a situation or, just an incident that happened on yesterday with me. So I was at the grocery store and I had my AirPod in my ear and I was listening to a sermon, but I went on an aisle and I saw this person that I hadn't seen in a few years. I don't think I've seen her since like 2020. But when I passed by, I was like, "Hey girl." And she was just like, "Hey." And so I didn't think anything of it. I knew that she probably didn't recognize me or didn't know who I was or really wasn't paying attention or something like that. But I really wasn't paying attention to, the way she spoke for real at that time because I was listening to, the sermon, and I really, wasn't trying to engage in a conversation. But we ended up seeing each other on another aisle or whatever, a few aisles over. And so this time we actually were meeting each other and she was looking at me. And so when she saw me, she recognized me and she was like, "Hey girl." She said, "I didn't recognize you. That was you that spoke to me on the other aisle." I was like, "Yeah, that was me." And she said, "Girl, I didn't even recognize who you were." She said, "Don't you know, I actually saw you walking in the store." She said, "You were crossing the street going into the store as I was pulling up to park at the store." And she said, "But I didn't even recognize that was you." She said, "Girl, you look good." She said, "There's a glow about you." She was like, "You're just glowing like that." And she said, "You look so happy and at peace." I said, "Girl, I am. And it's all Jesus." And we both started laughing, right? So listen, when I left the store or whatever, of course, the Holy Spirit started speaking to me, right? And so, what I heard God say was, in this season that you are walking into, God is making you unrecognizable to some people. Some of those people that you are going to run into are going to be people who saw you in one of your previous seasons when you were looking broke, busted, and disgusted. You were looking broke down. You were looking busted up. You feel me? You may have even been looking busted up physically, emotionally. You feel me? You were looking bad. You were looking depressed. You know what I'm saying? You were looking down. You were looking sad. You were looking defeated. You were looking, you know what I'm saying? You were just looking like you weren't gonna make it. And you were looking like at any moment you probably was gonna end it all. You feel me? And some of these people actually put their mouths on you. Some of them actually didn't think you were going to make it. They doubted you. They talked about you. They scandalized your name. They called you crazy. They helped ridicule you. You feel me? They helped talk about you. They helped put you down. They helped to demonize your character. You feel me? And so God is allowing them to see you in this next season, in this new season that you're walking into. And they don't even recognize you. Some of them are going to have to take a second or maybe even a third look to know that it's you. And they're going to be like, "Oh, wow, really? That's him? That's her?" Yeah, it's her. It's him. You see it. You feel me? Because God has done a work in you. And God is also saying that there are going to be some people who saw you in your broken state, who saw you when you were down bad, who saw you when you know what I'm saying, was messed up. They saw you in those seasons where you didn't even know you were going to make it. They saw you in those seasons when you were really going through and you were really catching it. And, they were wondering if you were going to make it. They were probably even praying for you. But they did not know that you hooked up with Jesus, They haven't seen you since the transformation has taken place. You feel me? And so now God is allowing some of those people to cross your path again, just so that they can see the work that God has done in you, just so God can get the glory. Because what God is going to do, he's going to allow those people to conversate, to have a conversation with you. Some of them are going to be asking, girl, what did you do? What is it? What is this glow about you? She kept saying, there's this glow about you. And I said, girl, it's Jesus. Listen, God has imparted his Holy Spirit on the inside of you. When you hooked up with him, God, his Holy Spirit became your comforter. You feel me? And so the Holy Spirit is illuminating your spirit. The Holy Spirit is illuminating the inside of you, and it's showing up on the outside. And people are seeing the newness in you. People are seeing the change in you. Child, you look brand new. You feel me? These people don't even recognize you because you look different. Not only do you look different, you're talking different. You're walking different. You're moving different. Your conversation is different. Your whole demeanor and personality is different. And these people are wondering, just what is it? What is it? And you're going to be able to share your story. You're going to be able to share your testimony with some of these people. And through your story and through your testimony, some of these people are going to get hooked up with Jesus. Some of these people are going to pursue God, and they're going to connect with him, and they're going to build a relationship with him, all because they saw you, all because of your testimony. You feel me? God is saying nothing is in vain. Nothing was wasted. Even when you went through your season where you were unsure of who you were, when you went through that season when you were unsure if you were going to even make it through that season, and God has brought you out, God is allowing you to be a testimony for him. He is allowing you to be the billboard for him, to show people that if he did it for you, he can do it for them. And when the people who saw you, they saw you at your lowest. I'm talking about you were at the lowest of the low. You were down in the valley. You were doing bad. You feel me? You were doing bad, friend. And God allowed these people to see you in that season for a reason. You didn't know. You may have been embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? When people saw you in the situation you were in, you may have been ashamed when people saw you doing bad. You feel me? Because you probably was saying to yourself, I never thought I'd be in this place. I never thought that I would be this low. But God is saying he had a purpose in that. He wanted to use you in that. He wanted to use your story. And because God knew that he could trust you, because God knew what the end was going to be, because see, God formed you. He knew what he put in you before you even was formed in your mother's womb. God knew what was in you because he placed it in you. So God is saying, because you gave him your yes, because you were willing to be used by him, now God is allowing people to see his good work through you and in you. People are going to want to know your story. They're going to want to know what it is about you. They're going to want to know just how you made it through. How did you make it out of that season when it looked like all hope was lost? They're going to want to know. And you're going to have a chance to tell them. You're going to get a chance to minister to somebody and tell them about the goodness of Jesus and tell them about how you made it through. And no, it wasn't easy, but because you were committed to the journey, because you were committed to changing, because you wanted better, you wanted different, you wanted something new, you were tired of the old. You knew that if you stayed in that situation, that you weren't gonna be able to go any further. You knew that if you stayed in that same situation, you were gonna keep getting the same results. And because you wanted some different results, because you knew that you were already at your lowest, and so you knew that you wouldn't lose out on anything by just giving God a try. And because you did that, and you came out better, you came out wiser, and you came out different. It's going to help somebody. It's going to help set somebody free. It's going to help somebody to get delivered. You feel me? It's going to open up some hearts. Some of these stony hearts, some of these cold hearts, your testimony is going to help set them free. So listen, when you get the opportunity to share your story, to share your testimony, always take the opportunity. Always do it, because you never know who you are entertaining. You never know who God sends your way. Don't be arrogant about it. Always be humble. Don't be cocky, because God did not deliver you. He didn't bring you out for you to be arrogant. He didn't bring you out for you to give yourself glory. No, he did this for him, for his glory, for you to glorify him, and for you to tell your story, for you to shine the light back to him, so that other people who are going through it just like you went through it can be set free, healed, and delivered just like you. Because salvation is offered to everybody, and it's free. So listen, I just wanted to tell you, don't be surprised when you see people that you haven't seen in, a few years or whatever, and they don't recognize you. You look different, boo. Child, you looking brand new. You feel me? You looking brand new, and they don't even recognize you. And it's all because of the glory of God. It's all because of the love of God. And they see it. They see it in you. They see it shining through you. They see it all over you. And so God get the glory for this wonderful story. You feel me? God get all the glory. We don't dare take credit for the things that God do in our life. You feel me? So listen, y'all, just make sure that if you are ever presented with the opportunity to share your story, to share what God did for you, and to present God to somebody else, take it. Always take it. Because if somebody come to you, if God has presented that moment, then that means that he has sent them your way for a reason, okay? So listen, y'all, I just had to get that message out there because God reminded me of it again today. You feel me? He reminded me of it again today. And I just wanted to let you know, in this next season, you're going to look unrecognizable to some people. There's a glow about you. There's a glow about you. And that glow is the Holy Spirit. It's Jesus Christ that is shining on the inside of you. He's shining bright. He's illuminating your spirit. And because you are a willing vessel, and you are willing to allow God to use you, he's shining through. And what's being done on the inside of you is showing up on the outside. It's spewing on the outside. You feel me? And so people see it. And that's a good thing. Okay? So listen, y'all. Always remember that God love you. Your dope sister love you. But always make sure that you are loving on you. And remember, you're only dope because God is dope. Don't ever play with him. Period. I love you all. You all be blessed. I will see you all on the next. Share this video out with whoever you think needs to hear it. I pray that this is confirmation. It should serve as confirmation to those of you. Listen, always take these words that you are hearing back to God. Allow God to confirm to you and to talk to you, to speak to you, to let you know if these words are indeed your word, okay? Because everybody is in a different place, in their life. Everybody is not in the same season. So every word is not for everybody. So it's your job to take it back to God to get confirmation, okay? Listen, y'all be blessed, and I will see you all on the next. Peace.